Hi all, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Let's start rebooting work using UiPath. In today's session, we are discuss about Action Center. Let me understand what is the use of an Action Center, what has been used actually. So Action Center is basically helps to create an interaction between the robot and the human. So when I say interaction, so bot will create a task and post in the Action Center where the human go ahead and review those tasks and they will be approving on those. In a real-time scenario, let us take a ticket handling. So you'll be getting a couple of tickets, right? So IT, hardware, software. So you'll be getting a collections of tickets. When you have gone through our previous session, we have used an English classification model, which is a ML model, which helps you to classify the tickets. So whether it's the IT ticket, whether it's a hardware ticket, whether it's a software ticket. So let's assume, so we are going to use this English classification model. So bot was not able to identify based upon the review comments, it is a IT or a hardware or a software. So during those phase, what the bot actually will do? So what are the action will taken care on the next? In those scenarios, Action Center will take a place. So we have to design a form so where it will create a task in the Action Center and the human will go ahead and review those particular comments. They will be approving it whether it is a IT or a hardware or a software. In those way, even the MN model can be retrained actually. This is the main concept on an action center. So where we'll be using an ML model. So if bot was not able to identify the particular task, okay, so it will be creating a task for you in an action center. So based upon that, human go ahead and review those things, whether it is IT or software or hardware. So he will select the particular option and he will approve those. Once he approved those, then what bot actually do? We have to make an activities so that we can retrain our ML model. So this is the main advantage of an action center. By the action of the human, bot can be retrained actually. In this way, we can connect the AI center and the action center together actually. Let me try to show you and make you imagine very perfectly. So let me go to the AI center. So yeah, so this is the model which I used on a previous session, right? So here you can see something called as confident, correct? So this is nothing but the confidence score, how the bot actually with this particular comments. Okay, so if it has a bulk of comments, okay, so like it will be having so many review comments, so it will read one by one, right? So we have stacked already in an Excel. Let me open that Excel as well, which we are used for the train and test model. So let me go to the workflows, under workflows. Yeah, so this is our data set. Here you can see various remarks, right? So which is hi, the router is performing, route flap. So yeah, so likewise we are seeing so many reviews, right? So bot, what actually bot will do? So it will read one by one remarks, and based upon that it will try to identify the what is actually it is. It's a network ticket or it's a software ticket or it's a hardware ticket, what actually it was. So it will be able to identify it. So let's assume the scenario if the bot was not able to identify the, with the help of remarks, it was not able to identify whether it is a IT or a hardware or a software. So during those scenarios, what actually bot will do? So in those scenarios, we have to use the action center. We have to create a task in the action center so that human can go there and then they can read the particular reviews. So which is remarks, and then they can approve that. So whether it's hardware or software, they can have a drop down. They have to select that one, and they will be approving those things. So in this way, you can combine the action center and AI center so that your model can be retrained. So this is the main concept of an action center where we are going to use. So let me close this. Let me go here. So let me click on home. So here now we are going to enable our action center first of all, and then we are, let me tell you how to use that. So what are the use of those things? What are the prerequisites we have to do? So we can discuss those things. Let me click on admin. So here you can see your services. So under the tenant, so here you can see all the services which are enabled. Okay, so here you can see something called as actions. So what I have to do, you have to enable your actions. So already I have enabled. So if you are made it disable, so you just make a click here so that your service will be enabled. It will take 2 to 3 minutes. Once your service got enabled, you can check over here. Since I have enabled so many services in the left panel, so I can see once you clicked on more, you can see as well. Since I have enabled all the services, since I don't have any space, it was showing in more option. So here I can see which is action, right? Let me click on here. So once you're enabled, just click on actions. So this will be the dashboard, the overview dashboard of an action center panel. So here you can see what are the tasks which is pending, completed, unassigned. So these are the states which will be used in the action center. So which are listed over here already. So unassigned, the action has been generated and not assigned to any users. So pending, so it is waiting for the business users to approve that. So based upon the conditions, and completed, so once they have completed the action. So these are the states, and what are the job status will be used when you are using the action center. So these are the states which is suspended and resumed. Okay, we can discuss things on couple later. So let me jump back to the action center now. So this is the very cool UI. So where you can find all those things. So whether it is a critical task, high or medium or low, and the form task. So we can make a entire review over here actually. So let me click on pending. So I guess it loaded now. Yeah. So here you can see something called as pending, unassigned, and completed, right? So let me remove this filter. By default it was there. So here you can see all the tasks. No task is pending actually, right? So no pending, no unassigned. So previously I have used the action center, that's why I was able to see some things. So here you can see, right, task will be created and it will be shown in unassigned. So if it is assigned to someone, then it will be shown to the particular person under the pending status. So once they have completed, it will move to the completed state. So here you can see something which I used previously for our example. So my system LAN connection is not stable, facing a network issue. Okay, so the suggested team is software by the bot. Okay, but the team has selected is a network, and they will click on the submit. Once they are click on submit, this particular result will be loaded in the AI center in the backend. So in the train test model. Okay, so we can make this particular structure, we can make activities. There will be a separate activities for those. With the help of those we can do that, which is nothing but upload ML packages, I guess. So we can use those activity and then we can retrain the model based upon the action center results. So likewise, task will be created over here and we have to approve those tasks once you have reviewed those particular remarks. So as a pre-requirement, what you have to do, just try to create your UiPath flow actually. So once you have created your UiPath Action Center flow, just go to the manage packages and try to install these two packages. So which is Uipath.FormActivityLibrary and Uipath.Persistence.Activity. Let me click on manage packages. Just click on all packages. Try to copy and paste this one. So in this you can see here, right? So Uipath.FormActivity.Library, which we are actually looking for. So what actually it will do? So it will help you to create a task, which you have seen here, right? Action Center. So it was created a task. That's why we can see like a form, right? So this is a form which has been created and pushed to the Action Center, right? So this particular packages will help you to create a form. You can see here the library is used to create a form activity to design and build the form, right? So we need this activity. Just click on install and then save. And one more packages we have to install, which is nothing but Uipath.Persistence. Just try to copy this one. Just go back. So once it got loaded, so we can install this package as well. I guess form activity got loaded. Let me click on manage packages again. Click on all packages. Yeah. So this is the package which you are looking for, right? So Uipath.Persistence.Activities. So what are the use of this particular activity? So this particular activity will help us to wait until the action is performed by the human. So in the lifetime scenario, so what actually, so you will be running a flow, right? So you will be running an you will be creating a UiPath Studio flow. So you will be created those. So in that particular flow, you will be having a confidence score as well for your ML model. So if your ML model has a less confidence, what actually it will do, it will create a task in Action Center and it will post over there. Okay. During those times, your bot will move to the suspended state. So suspended state in the sense it will move to the waiting state until the action is taken by the business user in the Action Center. So it will wait in the suspended state. So once they have run, so it will move to the suspended state. Okay, once the task has been created. So until unless the particular human go here and then they have to review this particular commands and they have to submit it. Until unless during those times, bot will wait in an ideal scenario. It will wait for those actions. Once you are done with this particular review commands and they have clicked on submit, your task will be resumed automatically. So task will be suspended. So when it has a less confidence, it will create a task in the action center and it will put in the suspend status. When the business user have gone through the commands and they have submitted, then it will move to the resumed state. So coming back to our point, so let me go here. Yeah. So this UiPath persistent will help you to wait for the particular state. You can see here, right? So this package contains the persistent workflow contains of a central persistent store. So what actually it states, the workflow can wait for long run activities to complete without blocking the resources of human and the robot. So it will help you to wait until the action is performed by the human in the action center. So basically this persistent activity will help you to wait as long as the human approving the task in the action center. So just try to install this task, click on save. So I hope our persistent package activity got added. So let me do one more thing here. Let me go to the project, click on the settings. So where we have to enable our persistent as yes. So support persistent, just mark it as yes to use our persistent activity. Just click on OK. Come back to the activities. Let me search for task. So these are the tasks which you are going to use in your action center, which help you to create a task in your action center and assign a task, forward tasks. So these are the activities which you are going to use in our upcoming session, which will be used in an action center. So I hope you got a good idea about action center, what actually it use. So what actually we have can perform the actions using the action center. What are the states? So I hope you got a clear idea so how it has to used actually. Thanks for watching. Happy learning. Have a good day.